Okay. Cameraman. Okay.
Awesome, alright. Howdy, welcome to my presentation today on how to change a tire. It's that easy. First off, you're going to want to find a location. Once you find out you have a flat on your car, pick a location to park where it's safe, it's flat, and it's stable. So make sure it's away from the traffic. The surface is flat enough to where you're not uphill or downhill, and it's stable enough to where it's not too rocky. Then you're going to want to park the car. Put the car in park. And once you put it in park, be sure you put your emergency brake on as well. If you're driving a standard, be sure you put it in first or reverse. After that, you're going to want to place a heavy object behind the tire. It can be anything from a rock to a log, a concrete, anything you find on the side of the road or anything that you may have in your car. So if you're on the side of the road and you see a big piece of a rock that came from the road or anything like that, get it and put it behind your tire. You want to put one in front of your back tire and also in front of your front tire as well. But be sure you put it on the side that's you're not jacking up. So if you're jacking up your car on the right side, put the rocks and stuff on the left side of the car. Make sense? All right. And then after that, you're going to want to take out the spare tire and the jack. Those can be located either in the trunk. I know with some trucks it's located under the bed of the truck, or actually that's where they are always located, underneath the bed of the truck. With some cars, they're located in various spots. I know my mom's is located like in the back seat under her seat. It's really weird. But that's a BMW, so depending on the type of car it is, find out where it's located. If you're unsure, you can read the owner's manual, which can be located in the glove box or the trunk of the car on the roof latch. And then you want to place the jack in a secured spot. Until it's supporting, you're going to want to place the jack on the metal frame of the car. Don't put it on a plastic piece of the car. So if you start jacking the car up, the plastic piece breaks. That can be something important or maybe not important, but it still damage your car. You don't want that to happen. So put it somewhere where it's safe and supportive. And then once you find that spot, you're going to want to jack the car up or crank, depending on what type of jack it is, until it's placed right, tight, and firm with the car. Not where it's lifting the car, but just right enough right at that point. And then at that point, you're going to want to loosen the nuts. You're going to use a wrench or whatever you have as a tool to loosen the nuts on your car. You're going to find one that'll fit. A lot of the cars will come with a 4-way lug wrench. It has different sizes on it, so you're going to want to find one that'll fit on the nuts itself. And once you do that, you're going to want to loosen it as loose as you can get it, but not too loose, and don't take them off. Do that for each one, and then, yeah, do that. And once you do that, just go on to the next step here, which is pump up the cranker jack completely up off the ground. And then once you have completely up off the ground, to where the tire is elevated off the ground, loosen all the nuts off and take them completely off. And then once you have the tire with all the nuts off of it, you want to remove the nuts and then remove the tire. When you remove the tire, you're going to want to grab the tire as if you're grabbing somebody's shoulders, like that, and then pull the tire towards you. Once you pull it towards you, pull it off the car, and then put the spare tire on the car. Once you put the spare tire on the car, be sure you align the holes with the bolts that are coming off of the car itself. If you do not line the holes on there, then the tire obviously won't go on the car. And then once you have it on there, you want to place those nuts back onto the bolts, tighten them with your hands as much as you can, and then using the wrench, you want to tighten it just a tad bit to where it's just enough tight, but not too tight onto the car. After that, you're going to want to lower the car back to the ground to where the tire is completely touching the surface of the ground and remove the jack. But be sure when you remove the jack, it is completely removed from under the car and it's lowered all the way back to its normal position. And then after that, you're going to want to finish tightening the nuts on the car using the wrench that you had at the beginning. You can use your body weight or you can use your feet to tighten the nuts on there. In summary, I told you or taught you how to park your car, how to be safe when you're doing it, how to take the nuts off the car, how to tighten the nuts, and how to lower the car to the ground in order to finish and move on with your day. It's that easy, right? Questions? Yes.
So, why do I have to loosen up
The nuts.
before picking up the car?
That way it'll be easier because once you lift up the car, depending on which tire, a lot of tires will rotate once you have the car lifted off the ground. So if you don't loosen them up while it's already on the ground, it'll be harder for you to do it while it's in the air.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it something that you think they can know?
You're right.
Okay.
Anything else?
How long would it take?
How long will it take? It depends on how tight the nuts are on the car. So a lot of cars, if it's a really old car and the nuts are rusted, it may take you a little bit longer to do it. You have a question?
Mm.
You have a question?
Yes. What if the spare tire has a flat as well?
If the spare tire has a flat as well, you might have to call maintenance for that portion. Or you may can look in your owner's manual and call the warranty claim for your car, and they may tell you what to do from there.
What if you have a jack in the car?
But if you don't have a jack,
Yeah.
you would have to look in your owner's manual as well and probably call them and find out what you need to do for somebody to come help you with like roadside assistance or anything like that. Any other questions? One more question. Anybody?
What if you put like a different kind of tire in?
A different kind of tire?
Yeah.
Like if it's not the same as the other ones?
Right. Different size.
Different size. A lot of cars will come with like a donut, as they call it. Those can only drive for a certain distance and a certain speed, and it's lower than the normal speed if you would drive on the road. So you have to take your car. If you do put a donut on, you have to take your car to the nearest like repair shop to get your regular tire fixed and put it back on your car. Because driving the donut around isn't safe at all. If that's it, thank you for watching my presentation on how to change a tire. Thank you.